Hey, we are back.
Yes, sir.
Short-In-Person here with King Nana.
It's been a while.
Yes,
God damn.
it's been far too long.
Since COVID started, right?
Yeah, so, March. We're talking.
God damn, yeah. Since March. It's been a long damn time.
Yeah, so we're talking about 7 months since the King has been a part of the podcast, but we're glad to have him back. Actually, you were supposed to be on last week, but I don't know what the hell happened.
What happened last week? What did you guys talk about?
We talked about the same thing we're going to talk about today. Talked about handsome Shreks, who he's out doing something right now.
Right.
So his plan is to jump in with us here soon, I guess. But he has a new hobby of cigars, and then comes to find out that you also have the same hobby. So we're going to talk about it a little bit more. Now the plan was originally to actually go out and smoke some.
But it's raining us.
But it's raining. What was that? Tropical storm Zeta or whatever is coming through.
It is?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't know. It's been raining pretty hard all damn day.
And it's cold.
Yeah, and it's cold. Yeah, so it's a hot mess out there. But we're in here, so we're going to talk about. First, let's talk about this. You have a whole kit.
Dude, I went to New Orleans for the Essence Festival.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And me and my wife, we just taking a stroll through the French Quarter, just getting lost in New Orleans. Then we come across a cigar shop.
Mm-hmm.
My wife looks at me and was like, I think you want to smoke. I'm like, yeah, I want to smoke. I do want to smoke. So I go in just get a cigar.
Yeah.
The guy comes, introduces himself, doing the whole yada yada, the whole marketing thing, talking about cigars, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'll just get this one, just one smoke. Next thing you know, I leave with a whole fucking box. I leave with a whole box. It was packed. I think I only smoked like two because last Christmas I was in Ghana. One of my dudes comes over, sees it. We just on it. Next thing I know, it's gone.
It's gone.
Like, man, these cigars are expensive. I ain't smoking them like that. He needs to relax. But the price was good. You know, they gave me a whole brochure and stuff. You could get like a full box for like a box of 10 for like $43.
So that's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Look who came in.
Yes. Shrek has showed up finally.
What are we talking about, boys?
We're talking about the same thing we talked about last week, but we're talking about it with King Nana because he's got a kit. He's got some, what the hell is that? Some scissors, a clipper, or
Circumcision?
Circumciser. Chop. Yeah. So it was fun. That was like my main time I got introduced into cigars because I don't normally just smoke them. But the whole going inside the shop and seeing all these guys and girls just sitting down, smoking, sipping on something brown. I don't know what's in their cups. But
Coffee.
I haven't tried that.
It's amazing. It's life-changing. If you like any kind of coffee, oh man, it's...
So you're talking about like black, no cream, no nothing?
No, you can. There's certain cigars that pair really good with coffee.
So again, this is going to be part 2 since it's raining out and cold and we don't do
boring.
that. So for part 3 next week when we actually spark them up,
what do you got over there?
Well, handsome Shrek and I went to a shop ourselves the other day. And again, we talked about it last week on the podcast, how the shop has been there forever, and we've passed it on numerous occasions as we were going to shovel food into our fat ass mouths. But we stopped in on Monday and got a couple of shorties, and I got I don't even know how the hell you say this, a Fuente. Hey, Fuente means strong. I just thought about that.
Arturo Fuente.
Arturo Fuente.
Which, believe it or not, apparently, from my understanding, people who like his cigars or that cigar line are very particular in their Oh no, only Fuentes and nothing else.
So snobbish type,
not
or
snobbish, just once if you really like it, I hear people just don't ever. I don't have any desire to go and try anything else.
Nothing else is gonna work for me.
Yeah.
But we got a couple of shorties. This one is called the Hemingway Short Story.
Yeah, Hemingway has a whole Hemingway series of cigars, and that's the short story.
This is the short story. So this one is a, what was it, 10-minute, 15-minute smoke?
It's like a 15-minute smoke.
Depends on how you smoke it.
Depends on how you smoke it for. Yep.
So for a newbie like me, it might be a 15-hour.
Will this be the first time smoking?
I think I've taken a toke or two in the past, but this is going to be my first foray into the Arturo Fuente Hemingway short story, and along with you guys with your high speed box you have over here, and Shrek's got his coffee that we're gonna partake in. We're just doing it up next week for part 3. We're going
that's
crazy.
the only thing you can do right now because we're working.
Yeah. I mean, just don't smoke anything too strong where you're going to get the wobbly legs. It's kind of like the cigars that are really strong. Kind of for anybody out there who hasn't smoked cigars, but we know you. If you're listening to this, you definitely at least are a drinker.
You gotta be.
You gotta be to be able to put up with us. You ever have the experience where you're sitting down? It could be in the summer, and you're just really relaxing. You don't have to go to the bathroom, nothing. You're just sitting down drinking. Let's say Long Island iced teas or something like that.
They will mess you up really good.
And you just drink, and you don't realize until you go to stand up, and that's when things go, oh man, I can't walk.
Yeah.
You get the wobbly legs, and things aren't right when you get up. Certain cigars, if it's really strong, some cigars you need to have a full meal. Otherwise, you're going to get that woozy. Ooh, man.
So tell me about this short story.
What about the short story?
I mean, is this one that will have me with the wobbly legs, or are we good?
Looking at the size, it won't give you no wobbly legs.
Well, so I mean, I think it's more in the medium strength range. So it's kind of dead center. It has a Cameroon wrapper, so for people so you understand what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
The binder, so like we said in the last one, the cigar is made up by 3 parts. Filler in this is Dominican Republic. The binder, which is kind of like the wrapper, but doesn't have to be as perfect. It holds all the filler together. That's from the Dominican Republic, and your wrapper is a wrapper from Cameroon.
Ah, okay.
This thing is shaped like a perfecto, so for people who can picture the old school cartoons where like you have perfectos are kind of like a torpedo, so it's real fat on the end and tapers back to your mouth, but a perfecto also tapers it to a point at the where you light it as well. So you'll see it's a fat tapered part at the start, and it's a thinner ring gauge back where you're smoking it from. Okay. So that's what perfecto looks like.
Interesting.
Yep.
So this is a perfecto.
That is a perfecto.
So it's going to be perfecto when we partake in these next week.
Absolutely.
I was so looking forward to it today, but no.
But it's raining cats and dogs outside.
We can't do the rain stuff. So tell us a little bit of what all is in this box. So you went to New Orleans.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I go in the shop, trying to smoke one. I think initially they gave me the Cameroon African wrapper one. Why they gave me the Cameroon African wrapper one? Because apparently, I think they had my accent. And they're like, oh, he's African. Let's go try this. But I was like, I didn't give a shit. So I tried it. Next thing you know, I'm leaving the shop with a whole box. And actually, I didn't want my wife to feel weird about it, so I made her pick up the cigars and just put them in the box. Because, just when I had to feel involved in the whole process.
Right.
Even though she wouldn't smoke it. She was just in there just taking videos and pictures.
And it was also her suggestion that you even go in there. So
right.
there
he
go.
saw me looking inside the shop.
So you were like a kid with your face placed up against the window?
Like, yeah,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fun times, man. But yeah, they do have some good cigars. Like I'm smoking them, I'm like, oh, that tastes good in your mouth. But the whole swirl of the smoke in your mouth and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that the whole atmosphere of people smoking in there and seeing all these guys and girls, like just some old school people talking. Like the whole atmosphere feels good, comfort. Like no judging anybody coming in.
So it's just chill. Everybody's
just
chill, just enjoying.
Like, that's what it is. You just go and people just chill there, having a smoke. Nobody's judging anybody. All the smoke is inside the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not gonna come around and say no smoking here.
Right.
Know?
Right.
So I think that's been one of the problems I've had trying to find a place to smoke comfortably.
This guy, see, cigar head right here.
That's one issue I've had, trying to find a comfortable place to just go in and smoke and just chill out. Because I'm in a freaking condominium.
Well, I mean, so Nana touched on, or King Nana touched on what we kind of talked about a little bit last time, I think, where the culture of cigars is kind of going full circle. And what Nana's saying, look, cigar head over here. You found a place for cigar heads, not these cigar nerds or the people that make you feel stupid when you walk into a place where you go in and like, hey, I've never smoked cigars before. And you go to grab some, don't smoke that one. That one's horrible. Or like the people that like, rather than hey, this is welcome. Let's try everything and have
get an explanation of what's happening and
rather than like the snobbiness, like these cigar nerds, not cigar heads that just go, I know more about cigars than you. That's not a good one. But everyone's palate's different.
Right.
So.
That is true. That is very true. I mean, you have to try almost everything to feel like, all right, this works for me. Because some cigars are really strong. You're like, God damn. Like, what the hell is in this? Like, right. But,
Fun fact,
like you said, everybody's palate is different. So you just have to work with what works for you.
A little fun fact: if you get one of these cigars, we might need to make sure since Shorter-In-Person over here is inexperienced with how the cigar's going to hit them.
Quote unquote, inexperienced.
Quote
yes.
unquote. We'll take a couple sugar packets outside because nicotine, because that's what the nicotine from the tobacco. That's the strength that you're talking about. It gives you the wobbly legs. It causes if you smoke a cigar on an empty stomach, and that you get that that woozy feel. It's because nicotine actually causes your blood sugar to crash, and that's what that feeling is. So if you get that feeling, real quick fix, just so that you can kind of get yourself back up underneath you. If you had an empty stomach, some raw sugar or sugar under the tongue, gets you right back to normal.
Well, I mean, I'm also a chunky boy. I'm short and I'm chunky. So you will not have an issue with me smoking this on an empty stomach. You know what I'm saying? But
one thing I realize about cigars is because of the way they smoke it, and you don't smoke it like having a freaking cigarette.
You don't inhale. Yeah.
You don't inhale. So to me, I find it hard for people to be like addictive to it.
Yeah, I don't think there is any addictive properties of which the nicotine's. I mean,
right,
sure.
because this is more natural than the average cigarette where they just throw in all kinds of shit.
And I would say when you say addictive, and I say it's not addictive at all, I'm talking like a physical response. Now, psychologically, like anything else, I feel like people can be like how they say marijuana is not addictive, but you can psychologically be addicted to smoking, because
you always want to have that buzz.
You always want the buzz. Yeah. Yep. It's a psychological thing. You won't have like a what's it called when you what is it called when you like go cold turkey off of something and like you get sick and you get like the
detox.
Yeah, some sort of detox. Like your body, there's no physical like, oh, this person was on this one hard drug and actually getting clean from it has a chance to kill the person.
Right.
More so than no, cigars don't do stuff like that.
Interesting. So next week we'll plan to have definitely eat first, and then I'm thinking about what pairs well. So we've talked about coffee. Then there was the brown liquid in the cup.
Well, we can't have the brown liquid.
Well, now let's think about this. You can hear the gears turning, right? I mean, if we want to have a nip or two of a brown liquid, I think we can.
Do you know what would have been the perfect time to have this? We have one of those food trucks come around, and everybody's just all up in place.
Yeah.
We could have been just on one side, just having a smoke.
Yeah.
And nobody get judged.
You know, it's
that would have been fun. We can't do food trucks these days.
Kind of like what we were just talking about, how you haven't been a part of the podcast, and since the whole COVID thing started. Well, we haven't really had any of those events here in the office where we can come together and have, like you said, food trucks and the beanbag competition and all that stuff. So yeah, so COVID has really bucked up a lot, but that is a fantastic idea. Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, hell, are we even going to do?
I don't think we're going to have a Christmas party.
Yeah, are we even going to do the other things, the holiday parties, the Thanksgiving? Because that would also be perfect times to do it.
Well, as long we can do Thanksgiving here, as long as we don't sing. You heard about that?
No.
There's a ruling made over there in California that you're not allowed to sing at Thanksgiving because it increases the spread.
Also, that thing that's Gavin Newsom. Like singing has been big. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay.
I mean, the numbers are going up right now, so he's like, you know what? I ain't taking no chance with nothing.
It's funny. Don't sing.
Don't sing.
But I'm sitting here thinking, how we can do this, and I think over the last couple of weeks we've been rocking and rolling and just grinding hard on these projects that we're trying to kick out the door tomorrow. So that might also be an opportunity to have like a little celebration cigar once we kick these things out. So just some things to think about. If we
sorry,
but again, no, you got the Rona? You bringing it in?
No, my mask. I pulled it up, and I had a loose hair from my beard, and I sucked it in. The beard hair is thick. Yeah. It's like right there in the back of the throat right now.
The year is gonna end quiet, I guess. Like nothing's gonna happen.
You mean events? You're talking about events? Yeah.
Around.
Yeah, because even this has been a little bit muted as
time of the year.
Yeah,
I'm
talking about the
pumpkin.
The pumpkins.
I'm surprised they're doing it.
We typically have. Well, it's easy to do social distance wise, but we're not doing the chili kickoff.
Not doing the costumes
and the costumes like we have in the past, and that's fun stuff, So some stuff we had to pull back on.
You know how like we try to start a fit club here at one point?
Yes, I do. Yes.
And you know how like certain things that are like team building, camaraderie building things end up getting sponsored by the company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would be cool to get sponsored by the company?
What's that?
Cigar smoking?
A cigar club.
You never know.
And you just make sure that the president and everybody else that would be interested in that is included. And then bada bing, bada boom.
Well, let's do it. Let's write up a proposal and go for it.
Hell yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So we're trying to start a cigar club, yeah. You never know.
Why not?
You never know.
Why not? Talk about like we talked about in the first episode, for the part one of this. It is a bonding social experience.
It is.
And that's one thing that's not happening a lot these days.
Nope.
So true. And you can do this 6 feet apart. No problem. Kind of like we're doing this podcast.
You should. That way we're not going and making all of our experiences with our cigar ruined by blowing smoke. Because I'm pretty sure it's not etiquette if we are blowing smoke in each other's faces.
Yeah.
Right. And you can have all the women involved, if they're interested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good.
Be a cool little club. What do you got? What's that? A pen hanging out here?
Yeah, that's the Apple Pencil. You've never seen one?
No.
Well, this is generation 1, so it has the weird way you
Charge it.
So it's not the It's not a generation 2
Ladies
where
and
it
gentlemen, he
sticks
has a
to the
weapon
side.
over here.
I mean, it does look odd, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's,
See, that's what we do. We just go off the rails. It's like a shiny thing. Ooh,
That's what
shiny
podcast
thing.
is. Just go off the rails.
but I mean, look at this box. And
It is beautiful.
It is.
They're trying to fill it up, but they're like, oh, if you want to fill it up, you might have to get another box. But I don't need a box.
Well,
you can get them in pieces.
So how do you keep it humid in there? Do you have put like a Bovida pack in there or?
No, they give you all these tobacco leaves and stuff. I don't know. Probably just kept it the way it is.
Mhm.
But I just throw it in my closet and keep everything.
So have you gone and purchased more to put in the box since you bought that box?
I've been trying to, but they don't sell them like single packs. They want like only buy like 4. I need just probably like 2 just to fill it up.
Oh, so that means he's got to come with us
I
to
might
the
have to
spot.
come to your place
Yeah.
and check it out.
Yeah, because it's singles for sure.
Well, and that's the cool thing about today's day and age with cigar smoking, which I'm new to it as well. Apparently, at one point, you couldn't buy singles; you had to buy it by the box. So you couldn't have this ability. You didn't have this ability to go and pick and try and taste all these different cigars. Places would just let you say you got to buy the whole box.
And
you're
one
talking.
thing is, these manufacturers they're all the way in New Orleans. So trying to sell one wouldn't make sense to them. So they want you to buy the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I was trying to fix my patio over the summer. Put like some decking towels on
Mhm.
the patio, just sit down and just chill out and smoke. I go out buy these decking towels from IKEA.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
And like I had a whole setup in my mind. Do like a herringbone thing
Yep.
and put like an AstroTurf in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I go out buy everything and I realize they don't have the AstroTurf towels. So I can't set up my shit. So I have towels in my house that I can't fix till I get the AstroTurf. Just sitting there, and every day I go home, I just look at them like, shit. And IKEA is one of those places where they never tell you when they're going to stock up, right?
Right.
They just tell you it comes when it comes.
Yeah.
And when it comes, it just goes.
Wow.
It's one
You
of those
can't
places-
you can't order it or anything?
During the COVID, they don't do no mail. They're not going to mail it to you. It's probably like pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that pickup stuff as shit. So once it comes on the line, you just literally have to go to the store and just grab it.
And we're talking IKEA here.
Yeah, and it's always packed.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, so this is one thing I noticed in COVID. I don't get it. I don't know who put it out, the secret message out there onto the dark web. The dark web. But IKEA is like the COVID hangout place.
Dude.
I've never seen IKEA more packed
Dude,
than it is
all
now
the time.
during COVID.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's like, hey, everything else is closed. Let's go walk around IKEA.
I'm like, are you buying, like, what are you guys buying?
No one's buying anything. They're just walking around.
Just looking
Just
at
a
stuff.
place to go.
Oh, just getting ideas.
Well, they get to hang out in 15 different living rooms.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Instead of their own.
Well, I can't have people over, so let's all go to a common place and I'll hang out in this living room.
That is true.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
you have a lot of people in IKEA. I'm like, I hate the fact that I have to go around.
Oh, you gotta
You got to
zigzag.
move around, zigzag, just to go to the warehouse, just
Mhm.
to grab stuff. I'm like, can't you just put a fucking door in the warehouse?
Well, that's how they get you though, because it's so funny.
The market's in there. I see.
Me and the wife, we go there for one specific thing,
And
and we saw where it was. Okay, once we get to the warehouse, we're like, oh, we gotta go pick it up. We zigzag through the whole store, end up having about $400 worth
Yep.
of other extra stuff that we don't need.
Got him.
We go in there and it's like, oh man, the one thing we came here for is not here. All right, well, let's just go check out. We go and look. This line was, because there was only one line, and it was zigzagged through the warehouse. We're like, well, good thing we didn't have the thing that we came here for, because we're just saving ourselves $200 of stuff
Yeah.
we didn't need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, going for one thing, you come out with a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Like, did I really need all of this shit? And they leave stuff all over the place. Like, oh,
Like breadcrumbs.
like I think I need this socket. Oh, I think I need this plug.
Oh, look, this little plant looks nice. And it's like, okay, well, here's the plant. Well, crap. Well, that pot looks nice too. Oh, look, it's all together. Nope, these are individual pieces, but you can pick this one up here and this one up here.
They get you.
Oh yeah, they get you.
Yeah.
Well, that is that
That is that.
for part 2.
We gotta light them up.
Come back for part 3 where we light them up.
Well,
if there's no weather event happening out there.
So no. You use the snip, the clipper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. Have you ever done punching or V cuts on anything?
I just use it when
Gotcha.
when I smoke and I just want to cut the ashy part out. Just chop it, smoke it all over again. It is what it is, man. But people I know who smoke, like they smoke the whole thing in one go. Like they sit down, they have it in their mouth, and has to finish it.
Yep, that's the rule, man. Them's the rules.
Them's the rules?
Because I'm like, I might need 2 days for this.
Well,
They just do it in their mouth, and they're like, cool.
that's the rule of thumb. If you don't have 2 hours to smoke your cigar, don't smoke a 2-hour cigar.
Right. Like it's going.
So for next week, are you just going to go with one of yours, or are you going to try to get a shorty?
And afterwards, I'll go check out. Where is it? In Baltimore?
It's right. We'll take you there, don't you?
I absolutely got that.
We got you covered.
Stock up my stuff. Yeah.
We'll grab you a couple good sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
We'll throw
be
them in
all
there.
That should be fun.
All right.
All right.
Well, we're doing it next week. Tune back in, everyone, to listen to us.
Well, we might have to record you trying to smoke that for the first
Oh yeah. So this will be a audio and visual podcast next week because this is going to be a lot of fun.
People in the office going to be like, what the hell are they doing? Why they all smoking?
It's
They're
It's
like,
totally
what are you guys
fine.
smoking out there? Huh? You guys look like you're no good.
They'll be so damn jealous.
They're walking around like,
No.
what the hell?
You watch. There's gonna be a couple high-profile people who are gonna come out there and be like, "Hey, you got another one?"
Yeah.
And then,
Where's mine at?
Where's mine at? And well, hey, look, they might say, "Hey, you know what? This is a great idea, guys. Stay out here the rest of the day."
Oh, now and then you'll have your 2-hour cigar.
Then not gonna have his full 2-hour cigar.
Full hour, 2 hours.
All right, kids.
All right.
Tell them all good night, King.
Good night, people. Stay safe. Stay 6 feet apart. And don't touch your goddamn face.
Say good night, Handsome Shrek.
Good night, Handsome Shrek.
That shit didn't work right. Don't touch your face.
Well, it's because you got something on your face, so
Yeah.
you're constantly touching your face.
Dude, that shit did not work.
Good night, everyone.